What made you realize your parents only loved you because of what you could give them? My stepdad told me he wanted to adopt me the same week he told me I couldn't call him dad anymore. My mom married Mark when I was 6. My biological father had died when I was 3, so I didn't really remember him. Mark swept in like a hero, charming, successful, and seemingly eager to be a father figure. Looking back, he loved the image more than he loved me. Mark thrived on praise. When people complimented him for stepping up, he'd beam and pull me closer. "This is my son," he'd say proudly. But alone, things were different. He'd get frustrated with my learning differences and say things like, "Your real dad probably would have understood you better." Then he'd apologize, and the cycle continued. By 10, I was desperate for his approval. I called him dad because he expected it. His parents barely tolerated me, always making comments about blood being thicker than water. Mark would defend me publicly, then privately tell me to try harder to win them over. The adoption conversation started when I was 15. Mark had gotten promoted and was riding high on his perfect family image. "I want to make it official," he announced, sliding papers across the table. My mom cried happy tears. I felt relieved. Maybe now he'd stop threatening to leave when I disappointed him. Then mom got pregnant. The change was instant. During the ultrasound, he kept saying, "My baby, my actual baby." When it was revealed to be a boy, Mark nearly cried. "A son to carry on my name," he said, as if I didn't exist. His parents suddenly became grandparents of the year, bringing family heirlooms for the next generation. When I touched an old baseball glove, his mother slapped my hand away. "That's for Mark's son," she said. Mark just smiled. He knows his place. The mask slipped more often. He'd compare me to the baby constantly. "Jake won't need special tutoring. Jake will probably be athletic like me." When I got upset, he'd gaslight me. "Why can't you be happy for your brother?" Our weekend fishing trip stopped. The college fund meant for me became Jake's future. When I reminded him of his promises, he laughed. "You really thought I'd pay for college when you can barely pass high school?" That first Christmas after Jake's birth revealed everything. My stocking was gone. "You're 17. Aren't you too old?" Mark said, while Jake had 3 stockings. During the family photo, Mark positioned himself to block me out. Then came the STEM program incident, which was calculated cruelty. Despite my challenges, I'd worked harder than anyone to qualify for the STEM program at my school. When I got it, Mark was asked to be a part of the parent presentation. He said, "Why should I waste time promoting your mediocrity?" Mom begged him to reconsider. He showed up late, reeking of cologne. During my introduction, he made subtle jabs. Despite his limitations, he's done well. When he sat down, his phone got a notification, and he started tapping everyone around us and pretty loudly declaring, "My real son just took his first steps." I was shattered. So shattered, in fact, that my learning device shattered, and I started stimming from anxiety. Well, he grabbed my wrist hard enough to bruise. "Stop acting like an R-word," he hissed. "You're embarrassing me in front of people who matter." A friend recorded everything, including him in the parking lot telling his brother, "I'm sick of pretending that kid is mine. At least now I have a real son." That night, I found the adoption papers in his shredder. On his desk was a new will. I wasn't mentioned anywhere. Mom was deep in postpartum fog, and Mark weaponized it. He'd tell her I was acting out, jealous of the baby. When she defended me, he'd remind her how tired she was, how she wasn't thinking clearly. I spent months documenting everything. The family group chat where he'd removed me. The text about needing to phase out my presence at events. The family reunion was my chance. Mark loved playing patriarch, giving speeches about family values. I created a presentation showing how he'd used me for image building, then discarded me when he got what he wanted. My friend's footage was damning, especially the audio of him calling me the R-word. Mark tried to spin it. "This is edited. You know how difficult he is." Mom snapped out of her fog. "You monster," she said quietly. "You calculated this." She turned to me with tears. "Baby, I failed you. I'm so sorry. The divorce was brutal." Mark tried claiming abandonment. The judge reviewed everything, including records showing Mark moving money from my college fund to Jake's trust. During custody, Mark made one last play. "I invested 12 years in that boy. I deserve something." "He's not a business venture," the judge replied coldly. "Though clearly, that's how you saw him. We may have won the fight for my college fund, but Mark was coming for full custody of my brother." Full story on channel linked below.